Hi, everybody. It's me. I hope you guys can hear me. I know you can't see me. That's intentional. Okay. You can't see me for a reason, but you should be able to hear me. Somebody let me know if that's good. You can see my little picture, but you can't see my little face. I'll tell you guys why if you really want to know. You can see me, or do you see a photo of me? Melanie, don't be concerned about me. It's just life and it's my turn. You guys all want to know what happened to Widget? I'll tell you what happened. I got up early this morning, okay? Early. Because I also have to drive to LA today because I'm live and in person tomorrow at AGLA. So because I'm live and in person tomorrow at AGLA, I'm driving down tonight to stay with one of our members so that I don't have a big long drive, right? So the first thing I need to do this morning is get up early and hop in the shower. Only I can't hop in the shower because the water's not getting hot. Guess whose hot water heater is not producing hot water? So I'm like cursing in every language except for English, okay? Because I need to get in the shower. I can't get in the shower. I need a shower. So my hot water heater is no bueno today. um, I have to get in the car, turn on the Starlink, and drive to LA because I have an appointment this afternoon. It's just one of those days, you guys, where I didn't shower. My hot water heater went caca. Then because I have no hot water, I'm limited on what I can do. Okay. So, and little resourceful me, my landlord is a garbage. My landlord is garbage. She does not manage property well. She's a horrible, horrible property manager. You think that that's what she does all day, so she doesn't want to come home and do it. She sucks. You guys, I'm just being funny, having fun, trying to make fun. My water heater went out. I have not washed my hair. I have not gotten a shower. I have not passed go. It's one thing after another. I go to charge my phone and it says I can't charge my phone because it detects moisture in the phone cable. What? I, I can't charge my phone. I can't take a shower. I don't have any hot water. How much better could it get? Good times, right? All right. Does anybody have anything they want to talk about? Because I got a feeling it's going to be a quick meeting today. And then next week, I may change Wednesday for Thursday. I'll let you guys know. I'll send out an email. Okay.
So the new law is passed that you have to provide both refrigerator and stove beginning
Yeah, I
1st of
think
New Year.
that starts January 1st, 2028. I looked it up last night. Here it is. Assembly Bill 628 has passed, or it's proposed. It's proposed. It's a proposed 2025-2026 legislative bill that would require landlords to provide working stoves and refrigerators in tenantable dwelling units, so residential properties, for all leases entered to, amended, or extended on or after January 1st, 2026, unless it's exempt, as in some supportive housing. So yeah, mandatory appliances would be to put a stove in a refrigerator, and they can't be more than 10 years old. They have to be maintained and in good working order. The refrigerator must be able to safely store food. And this is taking effect January 1st, 2026.
Does it say what size at all?
No, size doesn't matter.
Sorry, Patty, I missed a little bit, but I heard the stove and the fridge is required. Is this for LA or is this for everybody? And you said January 2026, right?
January 1st, 2026, Everybody, state of California, mandatory appliances, now stove and refrigerator in each unit. These appliances must have been purchased within the past 10 years and be maintained and in good working order. The functionality of the stove must be able to safely generate heat for cooking, and the refrigerator must be able to safely store food. The new requirements would apply to leases that are entered to or amended on or extended after January 1st, 2026. Exemptions contain, exemptions. Certain dwellings, such as those in permanent supportive housing or those with communal kitchens, would be exempt from these new requirements. Hold on, people are trying to get in. I totally brain farted. They're just not joining us. Hey, let's let them in. We need these people.
Hey, Patty, question. You said something, I got confused. You're saying that if a lease is signed after 2026, it becomes applicable?
It would apply to leases that are entered into, amended, or extended on or after January 1st. What does that mean? Starting January 1, you have to do it.
Okay, so all these old tenants that don't have a refrigerator, it breaks down, we're not responsible to do anything if we haven't done any new lease with them, right?
Unless you amend it or extend it.
But extended means a month-to-month lease is being month-to-month is extended.
You're going to have to put it in there for everybody.
So all tenants too.
All tenants, old tenants, all tenants, yes.
Okay, gotcha. Thank you.
I'm still reading the bill, just forgive me.
So Patty, even if you amend it for something, I don't know, like, oh, you need to now maintain something, like it has nothing to do with that, you still, that's an amendment, correct? And therefore you're.
Hold on. You know how you have to provide a water heater?
Yes.
You now have to provide a refrigerator, an oven, and a stove as well.
So basically, it's a habitability issue, just like water heater and heat.
Bingo. So starting January of 2026, we have to provide stove, oven, and refrigerator in our residential rental dwellings. These units cannot be older than 10 years old.
Hey, I have a question here.
You go right ahead. And just so everybody knows, the reason we're looking at a photo of Patty and not Patty is because Patty's water heater went out this morning. Patty didn't get a shower. Hey, it happens, right? Everybody's laughing right now because, hey, look, it happened to me too. I tried to call my landlord, but she won't take my call. She's really mean. Okay, go ahead with your question, darling.
Okay, I have, the tenants already been living here for over 30 years. So what happened? They supply their own appliances. So with the code, coming this January, so it means I have to supply the stove and
yes, you do in all your rental properties.
So how about, they prefer to want to keep the old one? What's gonna do? Are we gonna have the waiver form or anything like that? In any case.
Stop. Take a deep breath. Everybody listen. I'm letting other people back in now, okay? This new assembly bill passed. So starting on the 1st of January, we have to provide refrigerator, oven, and stove to all of our residential tenants.
Patty, a lot of them have it already. We cannot go in there and say, get rid of yours, I'm going to put mine. So that's not the case, though.
Because this is a new bill that just came about, let me find out if we're grandfathered in, because I read it as this. So listen, okay? Hang on, my phone just locked up. Oh, hang on. I got to let somebody else in our Zoom meeting. I'm not good at this today, you guys. I'm having a bad day. It's official. It is very official. Let me get Sydney in here so she's on the ball. Okay, Roadrunner girls, I need you paying attention. Everybody paying attention. This is a big one, okay? California Assembly Bill 628 has passed. Okay? This would amend California Civil Code 1941.1. What is that? That's the Habitability Civil Code 1941.1 to require landlords to provide working stoves and refrigerators in residential dwellings for all leases entered into, amended, or extended on or after January 1st. What does that mean? It means all of our residential housing, unless they have a community kitchen. Okay? Mandatory appliances, you have to provide a stove and refrigerator in each unit. They must be no older than 10 years old and may be maintained and working in good order. It must be, the stove must safely be able to generate heat for cooking, and the refrigerator must be safely able to store food. This would apply to all residential dwellings where they have occupancy after January 1. Any questions on that?
Patty, I have a question. So if we want to replace their own refrigerator and stove, but they refuse to be replaced, because I believe when they buy it, they buy really a good one. I mean, good refrigerator and stove. If they refuse it, is there any waiver form for us to protect? I mean, for us in the future,
Oh,
or
Patty,
we have
no.
to do it?
I read the law. It says it is not applicable. If I'm correct, Patty can correct me. It's not applicable if the tenant prefers to have his own. Okay.
If the tenant prefers to have their own, that's always going to win. If they want to have their own, then that's fine. They can have their own, but you need to provide it if they don't want to have their own.
Is there
And
any waiver form that we need to put to protect ourselves?
I'm going to help you guys, but listen to me, okay? And just hear me out. This is not the time to ask Patti a bazillion questions about the new law. Why? Because it's new. It just came out. It's just happening. Okay? We don't have to implement it until January 1. Between now and November 20th, okay? And just giving you about 30 days to play with. We're going to have all sorts of attorneys, property managers brainstorming on what that new verbiage is, what it means precisely, and be able to answer all of your questions. Right now, I'm just letting you know, hey guys, this passed. I'll have a plan of action for you in the very near future. This passed yesterday. I'm not as quick as y'all think I am. Okay? Does that make sense? Everybody got me now? In other words, we don't have to panic. We don't have to run. We don't have to rush right now. Give me about 30 days and I will have a whole plan of action for you in regards to this new law. Did that answer that question? Because I got a feeling if the tenants want to use their own, that's not going to be an issue. We may have to make the tenants store ours on the property. But I mean, yeah, that's dangerous in itself, but we won't even get into that. But this does take effect starting the 1st of January, so we all need to be aware of it. It's going to get real interesting, and this is just me thinking outside of the box. Okay? It's going to get real interesting. Ooh, I bet they didn't even think about that. It's going to get real interesting if the tenant provides their own, and we'll see how this all plays out. I'm not too worried about this. Don't get too upset about it. If you have concerns, let's talk about them. But give me a couple weeks. Let's get all the details of this new law, everybody's opinion, and then I'll come back to you once I go vetting through our lovely legal counsel and finding out if I like their answer, don't like their answer, and can basically go shopping for the answers that we're all looking for. Like I said, this just passed. I didn't have enough time. I don't think anybody has to sit down and put all the pieces of it together. Provided a stove and refrigerator for tenant last year and they wanted to buy their own. It happens sometimes they want to use their own. I like to use my own refrigerator at a property. That's just me. So I would be using my own fridge for sure if I was your tenant.
Patty, also, could you please let us know if you want to replace, the refrigerator, is there any size that we need to consider? Or maybe we can just match the size that they have, or, I
You
don't know.
want to do like for like. So if they move in and they have a 13 cubic foot refrigerator, that's what you could put in there. Get what fits the hole. If it's going to make you more money to have a fancy fridge, have a fancy fridge. If it's not going to make you more money to not have a fancy fridge, buy the cheapest thing you can put in there.
Okay, got it. Thank you.
All right. Anybody have anything else? And the only reason I'm asking this way is for those of you that weren't listening, life is happening to Patti today. I'm really sorry. I woke up early this morning. I have to pack a bag and travel to LA this afternoon because I'm live and in person tomorrow at AGLA. So if you guys need me, want to bring me lunch, I'll be at AGLA tomorrow from 8:30 to 4:30. I'm trying to drive down there this afternoon so I don't have to go this evening. I woke up early this morning and guess what happened to me? My water heater died. So I haven't had a shower. That's why you're not getting a picture of me. Life is happening to Patti. My phone won't charge. My water heater won't heat. I'm getting kind of scared because should I even get in my car? I mean, did I break the cycle? Are we okay? If anybody has anything they want to talk about, any questions answered, fire them away at me. It's okay. And if you want to talk more about the new assembly bill, that's fine. Just know I don't have a lot of things going on.
I have a question for you, Patty. It's Sydney here.
Hi, Sydney.
Hi. So I just need some advice how to handle this situation. I have my tenant, my downstairs tenant. She's been here 13 years. Great tenant. I renewed her lease, but I did it on a month to month, and she signed it. But when she initialed one part about mold, she said that there's mold in her bathroom, and she's never ever brought that up. She's never mentioned it, but she wrote it in. There's mold in the bathroom, and kind of put her initials next to it, September 25. So how should I address that? Because she hasn't written, she's never said it, but I saw it in her comment on the lease that I was about to copy and give her a copy of.
Well, what does it say in her rental contract regarding mold and cleanliness? Because you have additional mold disclosure that you have to give them that tells them that they must report mold.
Yes.
So she's reported mold by doing that. If it were me, I would call PRC Restoration Company, and I can give you Freddie's number, and everybody's going to start piping in just so everybody knows. Why are you telling her to call Freddie? You're not supposed to do that. You're supposed to call Yomara. Yomara doesn't work there anymore. Okay? Just so everybody knows. But we still have the same privileges with Freddie. Okay, so let me give you Freddie's number. Just bear with me. I'm trying to do multitasking things.
Okay.
Oh my goodness. And then I put it in my phone as Gretty and it didn't come up. Freddie's number is 562-666-1590.
Okay. 562-666-1590. Okay.
He'll come out there and assess the mold issue for free. Tell him
Okay.
you're a Widgets Way member and you want a free assessment. Let him go tell the tenant that mold is caused from her improper housekeeping. And if she doesn't clean it up, she's going to be charged to have it cleaned.
Please
Okay.
repeat the number one more time.
Okay, hang on, because I'm not as good as you guys all think I am when it comes to that kind of stuff. Hang on. Freddie, 562-666-1590. 1590. And he did tell me that he still has Yomara's phone. So you can call Yomara's number. Freddie should answer it. But I'd just rather put you right to Freddie. You know what I mean?
Okay. So I'll just call and tell him I'm a member of Widgets Way and ask for him to come in and make an assess the mold issue.
The tenant is saying that there's mold and I need an assessment.
Okay.
And he'll
And
go
I know-
out there for free and assess it for you. They usually have a 1-hour response time.
Okay.
Patty, I have
Okay,
a
great.
question, Patty.
Yes.
Okay, look, any mold or mildew, even if it's, common, very, just started, you telling me I have to call PRC or I can send my handyman to put chlorine, clean it, and put a new paint? Or should I, as soon as I see a little bit of mold and mildew, call PRC right away?
Well, look at it this way. If you call PRC and PRC says this is surface mold due to the tenant not cleaning, then the tenant has to clean that and bleach that. And that's not your problem. Okay? If it is mold, then you need to address it as such. But if it's a tenant cleaning, that comes back on the tenant. Improper use of ventilation, improper use of cleaning. Okay? I hope that makes sense.
Thank you.
No problem. Anybody else have anything they want to ask me?
Yeah, I have a quick question, Patty. Does LA RSO have a anti-harassment poster that we need to post? Has that gone through yet?
It has not gone through yet. AGLA does not have the anti-harassment order yet.
Okay. Cool.
No problem. Anybody else? I'm just trying to get to all your questions, you guys, because, life is happening to me today. It is my turn. Water heater, not working. Internet connection, not working. It's just one of those phone charger, not working.
Well, Patty, you're not alone. This a couple weeks ago, my hot water heater, I have a tankless, it was turned cold on me in the shower. And then I called the plumber out. A day later, he came out and then the hot water was working again. And then it turned cold again 2 weeks later. He came out, it's working again, it's hot again. So I think I have to replace it.
I understand exactly what you're talking about. I am leaving to go to LA. I am going. I very lovingly get to stay at one of our members' properties while I'm down there doing this. So God love our Widgets Way team because I have the capability of doing that. I'm showing up to her house dirty with a towel in my hand, okay?
Wow.
You guys let me in? Be like, hi, let me in. I need a shower. Oh, what do
Patty,
you do? Yeah,
could I ask you one more question here?
you can
Look,
ask me whatever you want, you guys.
okay, look, suppose you have had this apartment building with a with a water heater for a long time, and now you decide to give each unit an electrical water heater under the sink, next to the shower, like a lot of places in Europe, they're like that. And then all of a sudden, you're still providing water, but all of a sudden the electric bill will go up. Is that going to be a problem? For me, it's a big saving because obviously I don't have to pay for gas and all that, and tenant has to pay for electricity. So what's going to happen if I do such a thing in such a building? Any problem?
Is it in LARSO?
This question is general. It could be in LA, it could be San Bernardino. I'm just thinking about it.
Okay, so let me think out loud with you, okay? If you do a reduction in services, you must do a reduction in rent. So if you're going to now provide a electric stove, electric refrigerator, then so be it. You're still providing what you're supposed to provide. I'm going to be very honest with you, okay? I hear that it's a huge savings on you. It's a huge savings on you for a reason. They want us to switch to everything electrical. Want me to say that again? They want us to switch to everything going electrical.
What I'm saying, the electric water heater will run the individual tenants' meter.
I know what you're saying to me. Yes, sir. Yes, you can do that. Yes. If you switch the appliance from gas to electric, that is none of the tenants' concern. As long as they get their appliance with what they need, there shouldn't be an issue.
Do I have to make a rent reduction or not? Because
No,
okay, hot water was being paid by me. Now it's going to be paid by them.
that would be a rent reduction. Let me ask you a question, okay, David? Let me understand. I'm assuming that this is a multifamily community and you are providing hot water either with hot water heaters or with a boiler for the whole building. Is that correct?
Correct.
Ah, okay. So now you're switching that to an electric water heater. No notification needs to be given to the tenant. None.
Each unit will have its own electric water heater, one under the sink, one next to the shower, and then the electric bill is going to probably go higher.
Okay. They have hot water, yes?
Of course.
The law doesn't specify how you have to provide it.
How big are these units? How much space is it going to take under my bathroom sink that I'm renting?
These are very small units. They're probably the 1.5 foot by maybe 1 foot. These are each unit, like the shower has its own. The under the sink for washing hand has its own, which connects also to the kitchen sink. These are very small units, and they are electrically operated. You just have to make sure that they have enough power to pull through, which shouldn't be hard. It's a big saving for us, I think.
That's awesome. I'm all about the big savings.
Let me just say one thing, because of hot water, a lot of people waste water. Now that they have to pay for their own hot water, you end up saving water because they don't want to use too much electricity. So that's another saving. Back to
Well, I I agree, but it is another savings and definitely something that we need to check into. I like this idea. Anybody else have anything that they want to pick my brain about before I load all my stuff in my car? And Arlene, here I come. I need a shower.
Oh, I didn't tell you I don't have hot water.
All right. Whose house can I come to?
I'm sorry I was late. David, I was interested in hearing, I just heard the last part. So you're getting rid of your gas water heaters and doing individual in the units?
I'm
David,
just
speak up.
yeah. I'm just thinking about it because if you look into the market, these are everywhere being advertised as endless water heater. I'm not talking about gas water heater. I'm talking about electric water heater.
You're talking about tankless?
Yes, of course, tankless. Tankless electric water heater is made by REAM,
They're
RHEM.
expensive and they need.
No, they're not expensive. Very cheap. About depending the size, you can buy them around 300, 350, 400. Very cheap on Amazon. Everywhere they're selling them.
Really? And what do you need? An electrician to install it or a plumber?
Of course, you need to have enough electricity. Usually, they depending on the size. Usually, they require something like gauge 6 wire, sometimes gauge 8 to provide continuous hot water. But the trick is not to buy a big one. The trick is to put one small one under the sink that will feed the kitchen and hand washing the hands in the bathroom, and then the shower is going to be a different unit next to the wall, hanging. They're very small, hangs behind the wall. It provides hot water for the shower, and these are not expensive, very cheap. And in Europe, they've been using this for a long time, more than 20 years now, 30 years, and now it's getting to become common in the United States. I put one for my house and it works great. Okay. And I'm just thinking about it. I haven't implemented it, but I think, you end up saving a lot of water because people don't waste water so much. No, they know that you pay for hot water and cold water, so they just take their time in the shower. Now that they become aware that if they turn on the hot water, they're going to have to pay for it. Then you end up as a landlord saving both gas that you don't pay anymore, and also for a reduction in the water usage. So it's going to be 2 savings at the same time for you.
That's kind of interesting. Okay. Because my concern would be that the tenants are going to say there's, that they're not getting enough hot water. You have 2 people taking showers and whatever.
No, it doesn't. Look, these are not something that you and I think. These are already been taught a lot. So when the experts come, they ask you how many people live here, and let me see how many bathrooms they are. These are all computed and calculated.
And it has to be permitted. You have to get a big permit for this, right?
Permit is not hard to get for something like this. It's not a big deal. As I said, the main thing is to make sure that you have 220 volt, a big, thick gauge of electricity coming down. And if you don't have it, you have to rewire it.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I couldn't do it. We've got a 220 for the Tesla, and the building can't handle anymore.
Also, I have a friend, electrician, that told me you can always ask DWP Edison that you need more electricity. They come and they supply you with a bigger panel. Just the request you have to have. It's their responsibility to give it to you if you request it. And then it's your responsibility to do all the wiring after the meter. It's your responsibility. Anything before is theirs. But you can ask them to give you a bigger panel.
That's interesting. Well, thanks for the information, David.
I used to have hot water on demand at my old house, not at this one. Okay. I'm just being funny. And I didn't have the tankless heater. I had hot water on demand. So what I have to say about what I know about has nothing to do to help you guys. But from what I understand, everybody seems to really like the tankless water heaters that have them.
I love mine. I've had it for 20 years. I've had to replace two. Now I'm about to have to replace a third for the third time. But
So Sydney, I shouldn't come to your house for a shower today.
you
sorry.
can. If the hot water's running right now, but it could get cold while you're in there.
I'm just being funny, you guys. Mine wouldn't even get warm this morning. I was like, yeah, no.
Yeah.
I live in the desert. It's cold out here.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. The thing to do with the tankless though is you've really got to do annual maintenance on them. And
Mhm.
I've been doing that, and mine's, knock wood, 19 years old, and I haven't.
Yeah. Wow. That's great.
Mhm.
Yeah, you do have to do the maintenance on them, but it's in my unit. I don't have it in my rentals. It's just in my unit. The other units have the standard water heater.
Yeah.
How do you do the maintenance, ladies? Can you explain? I don't know.
My plumber comes out, he drains it,
Mm-hmm.
cleans it, and I don't know. He comes every June and he does it, and whatever he does, it's maintained it. So
Arlene, what brand do you have? Do you know?
It was the one that was really popular 20 years ago. Was it like Nortec or Norwich or Nor something or other?
Okay.
I can't
Okay.
remember, but apparently there's better ones now. But that was like the premier one at the time.
Okay. Great. Yeah, my plumber's pricing them now. He's seeing what's in stock and is going to recommend a new one.
Yeah, could you let us know next week?
Sure.
Like what they're recommending and pricing?
Sure.
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah, I will.
I just want to say one more thing. Don't confuse endless water heater with instant water heater. Instant water heater requires a pump circulating all the time. Endless doesn't have a pump, but once the hot water reaches you, it keeps on coming as long as you want it. So the endless is cheaper. Don't go for instant. You're looking for endless.
Well, can I find an endless pot of gold? Sorry.
That would be nice.
Yeah, but Cindy, what I do also is I also have a recirculating pump that I put on a timer, and so that it's only, when I expect that I know that I'll need a shower in the morning, whenever you kind of shower, know that you're going to use it, and so that I'm not having it running all the time. And that I think that may be one of the reasons why I've extended the life as well.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, okay. I'll ask him about a recirculating pump. I had no idea. Okay. Yeah. Okay. But I'll report back the cost and the recommendations.
Yeah, that would be great. I appreciate it.
Yeah. I do have one more question. About the EV charger. And Patty, I know I reached out to you just text the other day. A prospective tenant is asking about a charger for her electric car and installing one in the garage. And I know you mentioned we can allow them to install at their expense, which that's fine. Is there a requirement for me to notify insurance about adding a charger?
Well, here's what I would do if it were me, okay?
Okay.
I would make sure that whoever's installing it is my contractor.
Yes.
Or is listed as additional insured or interested. I'm listed as additional insured or interested party on their insurance. That way, if they make a mistake, there's a problem, there's an error, I'm going to go after their insurance company. The person that installed
meaning the tenant, meaning the prospective tenant, when they have their home, their homeowners their rental policy.
No.
Okay.
You can do that on your tenants renters in policy. You can also do it on your vendor's liability insurance when they work for you.
Okay.
Example, you hire a roofer. I'm sorry, a roofer was a bad example. You hire an electrician to install a ceiling fan.
Mm-hmm.
The electrician falls through the drywall and is now standing in your living room.
Mm-hmm.
Right, it happens, okay?
Mm-hmm.
You're now going to call his insurance company and file a claim because you can. You're
Okay.
listed as additional insured or
Okay.
interested party.
Okay.
Okay. So I want to make sure, yes, I'll allow the tenant to do it at their expense. They must use my contractor, or their contractor must meet my criteria.
I see. Okay.
That
Okay.
way I am still in full control.
Sydney, you also need a permit. They also have to pull permits.
Oh, okay.
Hence
And-
why we want to use a licensed contractor.
Okay, so that's that. So they need to pull a permit, and then does the county come out and inspect once it's done?
Yes, that's what the permit's all about.
Okay. And then what do you do with the incremental, and I don't know if it would add much to my electric bill my electric bill for the general outside lights is also connected to the garages. What happens with that? Do
I would then be asking for them to also install a sub-meter when they're installing that electrical system so that you can monitor the usage and bill the tenant accordingly.
Or do livable, Patty.
Yeah.
What's livable?
Livable isn't fair, Arlene, in a common area. And just hear me out, okay? If you have a 30-unit apartment complex and you're making each one of the tenants pay 1/30th of the common area electric bill, and 9 of them have electric cars and the rest of them don't, there's going to be 21 of them that are pissed off they're paying for that.
Mm.
Does that make sense?
That's not how they figure.
Well, I would sub-meter it and then just charge them that expense off the sub-meter every month. But go through Livable, like Arlene says, because they are moving mountains for us in areas that we weren't able to do that in.
Because it's expensive to sub-meter. I mean, that's a lot of money out of her pocket to do
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, no, I gotcha.
I'm sorry, is Livable a company or?
Livable is a company that helps you figure out how to,
It's utility rationing.
yeah, it's basically, it divides up the utilities between your residents.
But you can do like, I include the exterminator, I include the gardener, I include the lighting, I include the water, I include whatever I have, the alarm system, and that's all. It's kind of like a prospective tenant said to me, "Oh, it's like HOA fees." I said, "That's a good way to think of it." Sure.
Okay. And they help you establish that?
They establish it all. You just give them. They send a welcome letter to the tenant, and they handle it all, and you just get money once a month into your checking account.
And is that something that I can add on to the tenant who's already here?
Are you RSO?
Yes, I'm in the county. I think I'm RSO.
Oh, Patty, are you still working on that for me with,
I'm still working on that. It's going to be a reduction in services for what we take away, and then we're going to increase with a 30-day notice. I'm working on a plan of action.
Okay.
Give me about another 2 weeks and we'll have it in writing.
okay, good.
That's good.
Look, I got multiple that's good.
That's good. Okay, and then one more question regarding the EV charger. So my tenant who's been here 13 years bought a Tesla, and I have discovered that she had a charger added in her garage without asking for permission to add it. How do you go about addressing that situation?
Well,
Fine for her to have it, and I think when you buy Tesla, they send out their licensed Tesla dealer.
They do.
But she didn't ask for permission.
Okay.
So how do I just notify her that, hey, I noticed that you have a charger in your garage. What do I need to do to make sure that that's documented?
She's made modifications to the property without written consent of the landlord. She may remove it when she moves out and patch everything back up. And if she does that, there's not a whole lot you can do about it, other
Okay.
than the expense monthly if it's on your dime.
Right.
And that's where I'd be talking to Livable.
Okay. Okay, perfect.
Okay.
The other thing that you need to be concerned about, Sydney, is I don't know how old your property is, but we requested that our tenants not charge inside the garages because we were concerned for fire.
Oh, okay.
You may want to talk to your insurance agents or maybe do some more investigating.
Okay. Yeah, my building was built in 1955. The garages are detached from the house. So each unit has its own private two-car garage. And I had the electrical panels were all updated, and even the one for the main property was updated. So but yeah, I'd be concerned about fire concern if that's an issue. But most people around here charge them either in their garages or either out, if they don't park in their garage, they charge them outside with the plug coming from their garage.
Put a sprinkler system.
What's that?
I would put a sprinkler, fire sprinkler.
I would
system.
not,
Why not?
because electrical, fire, and water don't get along.
Yeah. Yeah. So
Patti-
Arlene, are you saying ask my insurance company about, or just investigate if they should charge in garages or not?
No, just do some investigating. There's, there've been issues with some Teslas catching fire. There've been some instances with the scooter things catching on fire. It sounds like your electrical panels are newer and stuff, and so you may not have an issue, but I'm just saying, just kind of be aware.
And is that also something that I should make sure she has that on her renter's policy for her renter's insurance policy?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Patti, I have
disclose it to them that she has it. Okay, I'll write up something just to and then run it by you, Patti. Language.
You got it, darling.
Okay, thank you.
Patti, I have two questions. It was kind of what I already sent you, but in regard to the house with the gross stove, in regard to the cabinets, I know you said to increase the security deposit, but obviously there's a ceiling on that. I can only increase it so much, and cabinets are expensive. So yes, I'm hoping to put it on, their dime, but let's face it, they don't have a whole lot. She is making payments to me for the other stuff, for all the essentials. But, if I get a quote for, I don't know, cabinets and it comes in at $5,000 or $8,000, I just know cabinets aren't cheap. Is that just eventually, I know you said to make a claim, but if we don't want to make a claim,
gonna have to keep just making payments and charging. That's all you can do.
Okay. And then if we have, if I need a family member to move into one of the properties, somebody's already been there, 2 years or whatever, is that technically, and we give notice, obviously, is that technically fine? I think it'll just depend on what the rental agreement says, correct? And I'm in IE, so.
Yes.
Okay.
Julia, check out MTD Kitchens.
MTD Kitchens,
yeah,
okay.
I've used them, and they sometimes have a package,
MTD
countertops and everything that's about $5,000 for a regular kitchen. So maybe if they're just doing cabinets, it might be less.
Oh, okay, cool. I will definitely look into that. Thank you. I just know cabinets are probably very costly, but I'm hoping, yes, over time they can pay for that. But then my other question too, and I know I don't know, I'm just throwing it out there, Patty. I asked her, I'm like, I want you to catch up because if you move out, there's no way your security deposit's going to cover this with all the damages. So let's start having you catch up on some of this, maintenance, but there's no sense in catching up if you're going to break it again. So can you guys, I don't know, I just said like, what is it going to take for you guys to not be breaking stuff? I don't know if I handled that correctly. And I was also thinking, let's just fix it when they do move out. But then I don't want to be left with a balance. So
Yes,
I don't
think
know.
you handled it appropriately. Your choice of words probably not the best, but also got
What-
got the point across. I wouldn't practice that as your normal choice of verbiage, but I wouldn't get
What-
upset about it.
Okay, what could I have said better? Because I'm like, I just don't get like how so many things could be broken like this. I had 2 households before you, and this was never an issue. So I don't know. What would you have said? I know I probably could have had a little bit more professionalism or finesse to it, but I was just
It's
annoyed.
tenant damage is damage, and I would just tell them, hey, I hated it when my kids break something because it's so expensive. I don't want to have to pay for it when your kids break something.
So am I allowed to say kids? Because it's very awkward because I try not to say
Say
kids.
your littles.
Okay, I didn't know because I was
And
like,
it doesn't matter who's here. You want the correct legal verbiage?
sure, yes, because it was super awkward when I
Residents
said
from
you're
within
minors.
occupants from within your unit.
Wait, sorry, could you repeat that one more time? Tenants,
Occupants from within your unit.
occupants from within your unit. Because I was saying when your minors are messing stuff up, I don't know, it was awkward, but I'm like, I don't know, I know I can't say
Train your
kids.
children. We can't say that, you guys. I'm being smarty pants.
Okay.
Children are a protected class in the state of California. We cannot address them as such.
So yeah, you can't say tenants or littles. It's
You
occupants
can't
within your
say kids. You can't say children. You
or
can't say
children.
minors. You can say occupants from within your unit
Why can't you say minors?
because they're a protected class.
Oh,
What are you
well, I
telling
thought that
me?
was
They're minors? Don't break the minor stuff. I mean, you're still picking on a minor.
I did actually say that, but it felt awkward. I didn't. Okay, occupants from within your unit
have damaged these items and they need to be repaired, replaced, etc.
Okay. Got it. Okay, thank you. And thank you, Arlene. I will look into that. But to move someone out that's already, if I'm moving a family member in, do I have to, and it's been more than a year, so I know you have to give a reason. Is that correct? So obviously
You're
I can
moving
just
a
put
family
that.
member in.
Okay, perfect. Thank you.
Everybody else needs to know that's in the Inland Empire, not in LA County.
Perfect. Thank you, Patty.
No worries. Okay. The Form 602 anti-trespass form, does that prevent squatters? 100%. No. Holly, a 602 letter gives police the authority. You guys, I have the hiccups. I'm sorry. I'm not drinking. I promise. Maybe I need to go get some water. That's a problem. Okay. A 602 letter on file with law enforcement gives law enforcement the authority to make arrests for trespassing. Otherwise, they can't arrest someone for trespassing on private property. I hope that makes sense to you. So if you are within an incorporated area of an incorporated city, then you would go to the local police department. If you're in an unincorporated area of your city, you would then go to the sheriff.
Okay.
If you don't have police.
Do you know does AGLA have that form for City of LA?
You guys are gonna laugh. Do you know who has that form?
Hmm.
The sheriff. Or the police. Does that make sense? It's their form, not ours.
Okay, so, I mean,
Dennis Block has it on his website too.
Thank you, Arlene.
okay.
Teamwork. I love this group of people, just so y'all know. You guys make my day.
So, I mean, we evicted our tenant August 4th. We've been working our butts off to get it back up and listed, hopefully very soon. I still have the eviction happy dance red letter in the window from the sheriff. Can I take that down now, or should I just keep it up?
Well, look at it this way. That is a trespass order for
Right.
sheriff to make an arrest.
Right.
So I leave it up there as long as possible, because if a squatter comes in and I filed a prejudgment claim, that's what I do.
Right. But when we start showing it,
It needs to come down because it's nobody else's business at that point. We both know
Right.
it.
Right. And then I should just go to the East LA Sheriff's Department and get the form and fill it out
Yes.
and have that on file. Okay.
Or Dennis Block has it on his website, according to Arlen.
Okay. Is he part of AOA or he has his own website?
It's evict123.com.
Okay.
And to answer your
You
question,
need to do that. You have to file that every year.
Yes, I saw that. Yeah.
it needs to be renewed annually or it's garbage.
Got it. Oh, I'll do it.
The things I come up with for you guys to go do, I'm sorry, but not sorry, because I know it helps you, but sometimes it's so bizarre. Go to the sheriff's department and get this letter so you can arrest people.
Well, I've had plenty of sheriff interaction this year, so.
Yeah, I mean, it's par for the course sometimes, we can't help it.
Mm-mm.
All right, anybody else have anything?
Hey, I have a question.
No, there is no cost. It's civil service, Julia. Yes, go ahead with your question.
Yes, last week we talked about, the green trash bin that every unit has to have it, even though we have one already in the alley. So what happened, I've been noticing, one of the tenants, because, what happened, LADWP already mark it up, per unit number. And then I've been seeing, one is already gone. So I'm not really sure he's the homeless kid or anything. Is there anything that I need to be like a concern, or me just like, I don't care because it's not a part of, my, it's not my trash bin anyway.
It's not your trash bin.
It's the tenants ones. Yeah, we
Then
have
I
a
would
lot
say-
of green bins, in the alley.
I understand, but as long as you're not going to get charged for it disappearing, who cares? In other words, if it's a tenant's trash can and the tenant left it out in the alley, that's on them, not you.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay. All right. Okay.
I mean, I'm going to say something, and it's not to freak anybody out. It's to be funny. Okay? I am waiting for the day that landlords become responsible for a lost child. Right? How could we possibly be responsible for a lost child? Oh, the government might find a way, you guys. Come on.
Really?
No. But
Broken
what I'm
gate
saying is
last.
we're responsible for so much crap we shouldn't be responsible for. That's what I'm trying to say. Wait till they figure out how to lose their child and then blame landlords, No, I'm not threatening it. I used it as an example. Nobody panic.
Oh, I see. I thought it's like, what? Is it another bill or something?
No, not today.
Oh, gosh, it's too many bills now.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. All right, you guys, I'm going to go work on my water heater. If anybody else needs anything, let me know. And you guys are all pretty quiet. Okay, perfect. I love you guys. Have a great week. Call me if you need me. I will see you next week. Bye.
Thanks, Patty.
Thank you, Patty.
You're welcome. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Great trip and a good shower.
Thanks. I need it.